Hello everybody, it's Tommy and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a speed build for the Disney save. At this point I feel like I don't even have to say that anymore because it's basically all I've been doing, and I think probably all I will be doing for quite a while now. There's just so much to do with the Disney save and I'm putting a lot of love and thought into my save file, so I feel like it's just going to be like kind of my thing here on the channel for a little while. But I also, I will probably stray away and do a couple of other random things. I've been kind of itching to do a custom content build with a new pack that I saw that came out that's really up my alley. So let me know if you guys are getting bored with the Disney save at all. I hope that most of you aren't. A lot of you seem to really be enjoying the progress that we're making. So let me know anywhere in between if you would like to see other content besides this. But probably from here on out for a while, this is basically what we're going to be doing. And I'm happy to say that today we are working on the very last lot in Willow Creek. The very last normal lot. We do have one more lot that I will be putting out, one more speed build that will be the next video, and it is a hidden lot in Willow Creek. So it's kind of a bonus video. This is our actual last real lot. And I decided that I wanted it to be a playground. So we have done another park in Willow Creek, but it was more of like a wedding venue, more adult. There wasn't really anything there for children to do. I think I marked it as like a national park. So it's really a place to go get maybe a picnic and grill with the family. And it's very much themed after The Princess and the Frog, the Bayou. It's called the Froggy Bayou. If you missed it, there's a whole playlist down below for all of the speed builds. And I decided that in honor of our very first child of the save, who is Ralphie, Naveen's little brother, he should have some kind of a playground, and future children as well of the save. Obviously they're gonna want some things to do in the game, and I feel like what would be a better thing to do than to make this like really cool medieval knights, castles, fantasy, dragons, and fairies kind of inspired playground. So we are working on the clubhouse currently in the center of the lot. It's a very small lot as well, and that was kind of one of the reasons why I decided that this would probably feature better as like your local neighborhood park. We are also in the residential area where the shotgun houses from Louisiana View are located, and then Ralphie's Maldonia Estate Royal Home is actually across the street to the left, and then we have the Devil's Bayou right across the way. And I kind of thought in my head that it made the most sense for a playground to be in sort of more of a residential neighborhood, but also the Devil's Bayou feels like a lot that would be there because it has to be. Like the ship is already there and they kind of had to build around it, which was very much a part of the story that I had sort of depicted for that lot as well. So it ideally wouldn't be there. We would probably want a nightclub to not be in a residential area, but you know, there's sacrifices that have to be made when you do things like the Disney save and the lot sizes and just trying to fit everything and trying to make sure that we're theming everything properly. It was just basically the last place that it could go. So, although not ideal, I feel like it'll kind of balance itself out. There's something for Ralphie's parents to do to be able to go to the Devil's Bayou and get like a drink at night, and then there's something for Ralphie to do, which is come here and hang out at the clubhouse. So there is a bit of a mix of like kid stuff and toddler stuff here, and like I kind of talked about in my previous video where I built Ralphie's house, I'm not 100% sure what all of the items work for. So when it comes to like toddler and kids stuff, I'm not always certain like which life state can actually use which item. I know that's probably something that I should know, but a lot of you guys know I don't actually play the game very often, which is why my patrons have been super helpful for doing the Disney save, because a lot of times I'll have ideas and they'll sort of steer me in a different direction and like let me know like, oh yeah, that idea you have probably doesn't work out as well as you would think, and here's why. And sometimes it has to do with like game mechanics and things that I wouldn't know about or that I'm not 100% clear on. So I'm slowly kind of learning, and I did decide that rather than go in and kind of edit this lot to be strictly for children, I think it's a good idea to have a mix. So you could bring a toddler sim here. We are going to have a toddler sim in Evergreen Harbor, which is the next world that we are moving into. I've already created that family, so I'm not going to spoil it, but that will be coming out very soon. And I feel like it'll be like a park for either, so that kind of works itself out either way. So we've got some like doll houses. The clubhouse itself, obviously themed after a castle. I wanted it to be like really cute, have a rock wall, and the addition of ladders. Oh my god, the ladders came in so helpful for this build. This was actually the day that we got ladders added to the game. So this build is about a week old now, and I was so excited to be able to do a ladder straight up to the top layer and be able to put something up there like the the ball pit for Sims to be able to use. Because ideally, I would want to use a ladder, right? You could use stairs, and I probably would have before we had gotten the ladders update, but at the same time, it just feels so much more natural for like a jungle gym clubhouse kind of a thing for a playground to use a ladder. So I cannot even tell you how excited I was to have that there. And then the rest of it, I decided, you know, we would keep it. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is pretty basic, like the swing sets and the slides don't come in any color swatches that would have been super appropriate for this theme. So instead, I wanted to kind of decorate around them and just give a couple of things for Sims to do. I also wanted to make sure that we had things for parents to do other than just sit here and watch their kids, although I'm sure they enjoy doing that a ton, but I wanted to have like little places to grill. So I did add some picnic tables. I did add some grills, and I don't know if that's actually what you need for the lot. It might have been like a necessity for me to even mark this as a playground, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just for children. We have like at least something for parents to do. And correct me if I'm wrong, which I totally could be because I'm often wrong, but I think parents can use the swings, or older children can use the swings, like teens can use the swings. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I feel like maybe they can. So maybe there's a couple more things for them to do here. And I wanted this, like, I was really happy with how it came out so far. I liked the clubhouse. I liked the greenery. I would have probably loved for it to be just slightly bigger. I could have done a little bit more with it, but I imagine that this will not be the only playground we ever do for the save file. So I think it's fine for now. This is a cute, small one, and then maybe at a different point we can do a larger park that includes more stuff. But I wanted to make sure that there was lots of little decorations around for the theming. So I kind of stopped here and was looking through a lot of the catalog and trying to figure out what else I could add to theme this even more and just add something to make it a little bit extra. And in I think it's a debug item, but it might also be like a children's toy. They have this little dragon toy, and I was so excited when I found this because I decided I was just going to hide them everywhere. So let me know down in the comments below if you can find all of the dragons that I've put in this lot, especially if you download it and you check it out. They're hidden all over the place, and I thought it was just such a fun little thing. Like, it's so something you would see at an actual playground, like a little hidden creature here and there for children to kind of discover when they're playing or using like their fantasies and all of that. So there are a couple. I will tell you, I had one on the top of the swings because it had like this cloud theme on the swings with the grass and the clouds. So I thought if I put it up at the very tippy top, it would kind of be a funny thing to do. And then a couple of other decorations as well. I found that as I went through the swatches of a lot of the toys in the game, there were more medieval and dragon type of things that I hadn't previously seen. I also wanted there to be a little bit of greenery. I feel like when it comes to castles, you usually have like gardens, and I was using the reference of the actual dollhouse that we have that you can see in the back there. So I was kind of mimicking that. It does have a little bit of a garden on one of the sides of the dollhouse castle. So that was definitely like replicated off of the back of that, but more simplified, more like toned down for the simplicity of the playground. And that is actually going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you would like to check out the rest of the playlist, it is linked down below as well as at the end of the video. Also, if you would like to support the Disney Save on Patreon and get access to exclusive perks, that is linked down below as well as at the end of the video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Hit that little bell icon below to turn on post notifications so you can get updated every single time I post, and I will talk to you all in the next one.